What is going on, governors? Chisgule here, and today I'm back for the absolutely insane 2v7 KVK. Oh, what is there to say? Honestly, I'm just tired of saying it. I think we just play the game. Good morning, everybody. Hi, how are ya? Shout out, by the way, to members and moderators. Flushy, what's good? Fubian, Omega Red. Shout out, by the way, to my legendary guard. Photos on the wall behind me. In we go. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Chisgule. Optimus Prime Tony, what's good, dude? Let me turn the markers off and give you a look around. So yeah. There's a lot happening. Zone 5 invasion started. Pass 9's opened. Looks like we have some stability up over here. Looks like they're not pushing over here currently. Cheers. Kong, appreciate you. Back to the Kingsland area. Looks like things are handled over here now. Uh-oh, chat. I gotta be attentive to this. Here we go. El Homie, thank you for the 29 months. Glad to make it to the live stream. I appreciate you, dude. Do you think El Cid's a good commander for KVK1? Yes. I think he's pretty solid in KVK1. Back in my day, E-Song with El Cid was the best you could do. These days, Thutmose is assuredly the GOAT. (2v7) chat. Saiku TV! Yo, thank you for coming through with the Prime. I appreciate you, dude. We're playing Rise of Kingdoms. And we got a crazy situation where Seven Kingdoms decided the right path for them is to take it easy. It hasn't been so easy, though, has it, chat? It hasn't been so easy, has it? But that's because we're insane. And after this KVK, I might get diagnosed as being insane. But here we are. Bro says, please stop crying and fight. Hey, first of all, you're getting a timeout. But second of all, do you not literally see my marches on the line? Brother, what do you want me to do? Idiot charge myself into here? What's your ask, dude? Get it together, Swiss Joker 79. Get it together, dude. I'm literally right here, bro. I thought you guys would hold the passes easily. I mean, how? How would we hold like 16 passes reasonably? How many passes is it actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Technically, we can't hold those passes. You want us to hold 6 passes against triple rallies? Brother. Not in a 2v7? Not possible. Chisgule, you still look like Tom Hanks. Run, Forest, run. 77 holding pretty good against Seven Kingdoms. Thank you. I'd like to think we're doing pretty decent for being up against Seven Kingdoms, including A's and imps. Bunch of frickin' imps. Let's get a look here. Are they still Imperium? I mean, we dropped out of Gold Imperium. These guys are having such an easy time. They're still Silver Imperiums, bro. They're still Silver Imperiums. I think we're doing pretty good. Gnome Lord Gaming. Yo, welcome to the Honor Guard, dude. I appreciate you. At least this will be over in time for you to fight 960. I mean, you queue into 1960, you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. I don't know what to say. Yeah, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. It's going to be what it's going to be, I guess. Narav Chada, welcome to the Honor Guard, dude. Are we running? What are we doing? I gotta turn on the markers, bro. We fighting at 18 or running? What's the call here? Running? Run, chat. Run. Run. Chis, you're a menace, TBH. What you did with 2377 is crazy. I can't take credit here. I mean, I showed up for most of the significant stuff. No, that's not true even. There's stuff that happened while I was sleeping, a lot of it. I showed up, I did stuff, I've done my part. That's how I should say that. I think that's more accurate. I gotta switch voice chats. I just gotta switch voice chats here real quick. I'm in too many effing Discord servers, chat. Yo, is this the right chat for marker 18? Or what was marker 18? Kingsland? Okay. One under? Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Was it cool if I hang out with you all here then? You're singing karaoke? Cool. Are you gonna make up a song about a 2v7 KVK? Oh, cool. You could have AI write a song about a 2v7 KVK. I bet it would do pretty decent. Oh, yeah? No, I wasn't there for movie night. So I missed that. Final Destination. What kind of movie is that? I don't know if I've seen it. Oh, a horror movie? No, I have not seen it, and I have no interest. You want to watch something other than a horror movie? I could be convinced. Okay. Yeah, bro, there's always a spy. There's always some rat bastard, roach MFer who's gonna leak your plans. Yeah, there's always a roach, bro. Yeah. That's good. So what we're talking about here is we had a Kingsland push set up and it got leaked. And like obviously in a 2v7 KVK, if your plans leak, like you're basically effed. Surprise is your only ally in a 2v7. Like it's the only way. And we didn't have surprise. So basically everybody said F it when they just watched a movie instead. Which is kind of hilarious. And then a few hours later, we pushed into Kingsland. I was there for that part. But I missed where they watched the horror movie, apparently. But I have no interest in horror movies, like literally none, chat, so... What movie? Apparently it was Final Destination, which is a horror movie. So I wouldn't have stuck around for that anyways. Personally, okay, marches actually, what if you actually do what I issued as a command? So I'm into action movies, sci-fi movies, medieval fantasy or medieval movies I'm in. But horror is like the one genre where I'm like, nah, bro, I don't need that in my life. I'm already in a 2v7 KVK. That's enough horror for me. What are these guys doing retreating, bro? There's like 5 of us here, man. We got like literally 5 players fighting off an entire kingdom in this position right now. Bro, that's insane. What are they doing? Oh, fine, I'll eat the siege. That's good eats right there, baby. That's good eats right there. What the what? What in the world? What are these guys up to, man? What's the trick? Did we have a rally pinned on this? I hope we do. Oh, we have Lion and Hope. That's better than a pinned rally. Okay, there go Lion and Hope. GG. Why send a rally when you just lie and hope your flags? Lol. That's confusing. My chat is really confused, and they're wondering why GT is sitting in the MX shell. And WoW Gaming pointed out that maybe it's because of the Alliance gift, which I think is a pretty smart conclusion. Could be refilling credits. True. It's a good call out. Yeah, I think gift is a good reason to do that. Kill points? I don't know. I have some. This has not been an insane KVK for kill points for me. I keep going into these outnumber situations. And I also spend a lot of time in a garrison. It's been okay. Credits are no problem for them since spending also gives credits. Chisgule's still chilling on speeds, yeah. Your forehead was blocking the KP number? What an interesting way to rag on my hairline. That's amazing, actually. It's a 5-head play right there is what that is. Lol, chat says. That's a violation, Lamau. A Canada's a real beast? Do they really get 20 billion kill points? Because that's insane. That's commitment. It takes a team to do something like that. It takes a literal team. When did you become bold, Chisgule? Chat, when would you say that I changed from, like, italics to bold? Probably in the 960 KVK, I guess. 15. Can you check the Autark to see how they're trading? I'm pretty sure the Autark board is locked at this point. Right? That's on a roll. Yeah, they stopped tracking points a long time ago. When Zig opened, they stopped? Yeah. Shows how long the fighting's been going on? Bro. Why did they stop? So this is the way the Autark leaderboards work for kill points, death points, and heal points, because they don't want people to farm up contribution after the Zig is locked. The problem is that for reasons that have always been confusing to me, KVK lasts for an additional 2 weeks. So, like, there's still an absolute insane amount of fighting that's been going on. Way beyond the lock of that Autark board. Like, way beyond the lock of the Autark board. Will you go back to Kingsland again? I mean, it's conceivable we could end up in Kingsland again at some point. Most KVKs are over before that point. Only Imperium KVKs have that problem, Chis. Yeah, I mean, I would have ended KVK like 2 weeks earlier than when they end KVK. Right? Like, I literally cut the last 2 weeks off of KVK. Call it a day. Only in like 1 in 10,000 KVKs does something really interesting happen after Zig lock. I suppose 14 days is maybe off the end of KVK is too much, but I don't know. What did you think of the Cal Karak changes? I thought the Cal Karak changes were good. I thought these were good. There's only 4 levels now. I didn't actually do the math on the crystals and stuff, though. The new infantry commander's behind Philip. Philip BQ just slaps, bro. Such a combo. What the? Oh, they're gonna drop a flag. Bro, they're totally gonna drop a flag on the left here. I'm sure you guys see it. Nope, there it is. There it is. Somebody hit the thing! Ah! Yeah, no time to get there. They just dropped a flag by Kingsland. Marker 18. This is gonna suck. I didn't heal my hospital? Did I heal my hospital? I did. Okay. You know what we should have done this KVK chat? The kings should have done a makra to determine who gets the zig. That's what we should have done. Decide things the honorable way. The old makra. Bro, there's just so many of them. Like, it's just so stupid. There's so many of them. What's going on, Ruz? Dude, I don't know how, like, dude, you just eat shit trading into that many players. There's no way around it. Like, you either play like a bitch or you just get wrecked. You want to hop in voice or something? Technically, I am in voice with the team right now, Ruz. I do kind of want to hop in voice, though, truth be told. William Liucha is what I'm using. I'm using BQ behind Philip. I must have been asked that question like 1,000 times this KVK. Are you guys gonna give them circles or Hurons? Bro, they're not getting... Unless they earn it, unless they take it from us, they're not getting a damn thing from the zones we're in. Right? Unless they can come take it from us, they're not getting a god dang thing from our zones. Not a god dang thing. The funny part is that we're going to get more coins than they are at the end of this. Except for the one kingdom that holds the Zig, I guess. Maybe. All right. I can't decide if I should crucify this guy or just ban them. What do you want, chat? Do you want me to crucify them or do you want me to ban them? You choose. His fate's in your hands. Ban. All right, chat just says ban. I don't need to crucify him. They just be banned. All right, they're gone. They're gone. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Bro, I just straight up tanked that whole thing. But at least the ball pushed forward. What did that guy say? His last words, chat. He said his last words. Did Chisgule Kingdom get Zig? No, we didn't get the Zig. No. They allied up 7 kingdoms to make it basically impossible for us to get Zig. That was their goal. Take it easy. It's not a judgment. It's just a statement of fact. How's it going, Chisgule? Honestly, like, insanely well, all things considered. Like, the idea that 2 kingdoms, including our ally being such an insanely young kingdom, can hold these guys off is actually just insane. So I would say it's going as good as it can possibly go for a situation that just makes no sense. Seven kingdoms is insane. Yeah. Brian, I'm not sure which one I'd do first, actually. When are you gonna stream Call of Dragons? Good question, man. Good question. I wonder if I'm going somewhere else now. What marker do you want me at? Are we staying at this flag by Kingsland till it finishes? The 79 flag? Okay, yeah. I'll march back out. Will you ever consider a free-to-play series for Whiteout Survival? No, I would never do that, honestly. I don't have time for another account. So for those that don't know, I have a Whiteout Survival YouTube channel. That channel's doing great. Up to almost 12,000 subscribers. And, yeah, I'm president of a state in Whiteout Survival. State 2242, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that game has its drama, too. That's for sure. Share a link? It's just youtube.com/ @Chisgule Whiteout Survival. Chis for president. You don't even have to wait till 2026. I'm already president. What, dude, am I getting hit? Bro, what is this bullshit? What is this effing bullshit, man? It's exhausting. Get him. Bro, you're effed. You're cooked, buddy. You are cooked. See you later. Holy. Bye-bye. Let the door hit you on the way out. See you later. Uh-oh. Bye-bye. I am exhausted of this KVK. Is that obvious? I am so exhausted of this KVK. It has felt like hours of slamming my head through a brick wall, and I am exhausted. Chat wants the reports. Dead troops. Dead troops! Oh, it sucks to suck! Oh my god! Wow! Wow! Oh my god. Lamau? I am so frustrated and bitter. Oh my God. Leadership forcing you guys to fight? No one is forcing me to fight. No one's forcing me to fight. Bro, how do I say this? How do I say this? I'm just going to say it sounding like an unhinged lunatic. But like, Mama didn't raise no bitch. Like, you guys want to take the easy KVK? Let's see how easy it is then. Right? Like, let's see how easy it is then. You know? Like, they got to work for it, man. Right? They got to work for it. Calm down, babe. All right, I'll chill out. My fragile ears. I mean, the thing is, in Discord, I talk like this all the time. It's just if I'm live, people are like, you know, I try to like, you know, keep it under control. But this KVK has ripped all control out of my soul. Unfiltered. Unfiltered. See? That guy loves it. Calm down, babe. Like, what do you think we're gonna do? Just roll over and take it? I love unfiltered Chisgule. Thank you. Can confirm Chisgule in voice chat. Flames the shit out of chat for no reason. Have to constantly hold them back. We like unhidden cheesy. Thank you. Go get him, Chief. Lamau. See, chat thinks, oh, Jesus. I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked. Bro yells on stream, Mama didn't raise no bitch, and then immediately runs from the fight. Is actually kind of funny. Can't run now, Lamau? I mean, I think we can run now. Chad, it wasn't a retreat. It was a strategic reverse relocation. I don't know.
Up into the sky, I can see a beam of light. We could feel lost with the machines. Hold on to me. up into the sky. I can see a beam of light. We can feel lost with the machines.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on to me.
Honestly, most reasonable crash out. Was that me crashing out? Am I the one crashing out? I mean, basically for the last 30 days, Ruz is calling me. For like the last, I don't know, maybe it's not 30 days, however many days, it's like you wake up in the morning, you fight, you're up late in the evening, you fight, you wake up in the morning, you fight, you're up late in the evening, you fight. Just a touch. Okay. I guess I did crash out. At least you think it was justified. I guess that's good. It was funny, though. It's all for your entertainment, chat. It's all for your entertainment. Fully entertained. There it is, chat. I'm just doing my job as an entertainer. Oscar says, what do you think about the 1093 1960 KVK? My personal stance is that when 960 Qs, I don't know why you'd queue up at the same time they do. Bless your heart. Gosh bless. That's wow. So here we are. We queued up when they did. So I get to do this again for another 30 plus days. Yay. I do like having lots of fighting, but it has been exhausting. 93 needs a fight as well, so I think the two of them fighting each other is outstanding. Chat says, finally a ball forming. Chat, you gotta understand, we have like 6 other war fronts that people have to be at. So it's not like we're fighting in this one place and we're the only people online. The problem is that as a kingdom, we're fighting on like a gazillion fronts right now. Bro, I feel like I can't leave Hope behind But, like, also, like, what am I supposed to do in this, man? We're outnumbered a gazillion to 1. What happened to Helios? I have no clue, man. He was sitting without tags for a while. Does he have tags? Or nah? You're low on stone? I guess so. Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate it. It's going great. Yeah, it's chat. It's going great. How come we didn't get 100 to 300 mil migrants in our state in Whiteout Survival? As it turns out, we were a leading state. It's kind of the equivalent of Imperium. The way that works in Whiteout Survival is like the top 20% of kingdoms in a bracket are leading. So we were leading. So because we were leading, we could only bring in lower power players and a smaller number of players. Rep? Yeah, rep. How many players are there on Whiteout Survival? It's one of the top ranked strategy games right now. Has been for quite a while. It was actually... Oh my god, I'm having a complete brain fart here. It was another YouTuber. Why am I struggling so much right now? With their name. Oh, I gotta move on. No, it wasn't Deco who turned, who clued me in to Whiteout Survival. Bro, I literally can't remember his name. And I'm gonna feel dumb once I get it. It's not Mr. Miyagi. No. Sneaky! Oh my god, it was Mr. Sneaky. I was like, It's not Mr. Stinky. It's not Mr. Stanky. What the heck was this guy's name? Mr. Sneaky. Jesus, Chisgule, keep it together. This is how you know I'm so sleep deprived. Mr. Sneaky. He was like, Chisgule, have you seen this game, bro? I think he made a video or something about it as well. So anyways, Mr. Sneaky made some videos about it, and it called my attention to it. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. I mean, I play strategy games. It's top-ranked strategy game. They made like $1.5 billion or $1 billion in like a year. I'm interested. I want to see how this works. Now, that's a city-building war game that doesn't have open field movement. So it's like, it's almost like a completely different genre of city-building war game. You know what I mean? But it's satisfying in very different ways than a city-building war game with open field movement and, you know, 45-day wars is. It's different. It's very different. Whiteout Survival has more players than Rise of Kingdoms does. Way different, says Plushy. Yeah, way different. It's way different. Like, and the collection in Whiteout Survival is way different. Like, there's nothing like crystal technology, but you can spend a lot of money in that game. Let me tell you, holy moly, bro, you can spend a lot of money. Anyways, the truth is that, like, on my Rise of Kingdoms channel, Whiteout Survival ends up getting a bunch of sort of like promotion because I talk about that. And then on my Whiteout Survival channel, Rise of Kingdoms and Call of Dragons gets a bunch of promotion because I end up talking about my experiences in those games. Age of Empires mobile update. Dude, it's been a minute. I really enjoyed Age of Empires mobile. But the unfortunate reality is that, like, unless I'm actively making content about a game, I really don't get to play it, which is unfortunate. In my perfect world, I think having a separate channel to have covered Age of Empires mobile would have been really clever. Because then I could have made lots of videos about that without, like, harming the audience for my other stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if I release a video on this channel that's not Rise of Kingdoms or Call of Dragons, basically my entire Rise of Kingdoms and Call of Dragons audience, like, looks at that and, like, one or two videos about a game that they'll be very, very interested in. But, like, multiple and may not hold their attention, you know? I think I'm gonna need to join a rally somewhere. Hello, Chisgule. Hello, FJR. Woohoo! Oh, my wife's here. Yes? Was the chili not on? Yeah, it's supposed to be simmering. Hold on, can you come back? It's supposed to be simmering. Probably 3 is what it's supposed to be set to. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, thank you. Shame, though, seemed like you liked AOEM. I did. In order to cover it, though, on an ongoing basis, like, there either needed to be a meaningful ongoing sponsorship or it needed to be on its own channel. And then I could have covered it. WY. Yeah, so I'm making a leftover brisket chili. Leftover brisket chili is freaking fire, man. It is fire. Holy. Wow.
Yes, you find it quite tough. Always having bad luck. You think you're going crazy. Look up there.
You want me to switch AO?
Waiting. Your head's buried in the sand.
Oh.
You've been dealt the wrong hand.
You just let me know what you need. Before, when you were saying it, I was in the middle of the ball. So I would have had to, like, run far away before I could switch.
Just carry on, carry on, carry on. Don't look back, just carry on, carry on, carry on. Because you are a strong man. Yes, you are a strong man. Because you are a strong man.
Blood Crow says, my wife hates beans, so I end up using green peppers and onions with diced tomatoes and pork and chicken. I mean, sounds good. So the way leftover brisket chili works is as follows, okay? And I have a picture of this, but, like, I don't know, chili doesn't, like, photograph particularly well, unless you, like, I guess take a picture of it in the bowl. I don't know. I guess I can show you a picture. Hold on. Photos. Search. I bet you if I do a search for... Hello? My phone froze? Apple? Okay, try again. Search. Chili. Yeah, I am correct that it doesn't photograph well. But whatever. I can show you a picture still. Alright, let's see. So a brisket chili, the way this works is, you know, brisket's really mostly good the day of. I mean, it's okay to reheat. It's, like, not amazing. But when you prep a brisket, you have to trim it. And the trim, you throw into a grinder. So half the meat in the chili is ground up brisket that you had to trim off instead of cook because it just wouldn't have cooked well. That's why you trim the brisket. And then the other half is the brisket leftovers that you cube up. And it's just so good, man. I honestly think it's the best chili I've ever had. And, like, I really like food too much, truthfully. So, like, that's an endorsement right there. The real debate with chili is, do you put beans in or not? And in a Texas chili, the answer is no. You would absolutely not put beans in. Beans is kind of heresy. Beans is not included in a Texas-style chili. In part because it's kind of considered a filler. And, like, it would have just been better to have meat from a Texan's perspective. But if you're not in a competition, I think it's a tasty change of pace, personally. Makes your tummy go burr. Yeah, does it make the other end go burr as well? No beans, allergic. Ooh, rip. I put corn in today's chili, which is like kind of debatable. I don't know if I should have done that, but I guess we'll figure it out. Put it all in, chat says. Corn is peak food. Yesterday I did burgers on the grill. So yesterday I put corn on the grill and then I did burgers. We've been getting burgers from Whole Foods that have just been absolutely fire, man. Smash burgers. Smash burgers are really good. These were not smash burgers. But smash burgers are truly outstanding. What is going on here? Let cheesy cook, literally. So I do this thing with the cheese on the hamburgers that I've never seen someone do, but it just made sense to me, and I feel like it turns out really good. But typically, we get these like squares of cheese that are like they're regular sized cheese squares, right? But they're too big for the patty. So I sort of like fold the corners in to make a smaller square of cheese, and I put that on top of the burger, and then I melt it. And it ends up being kind of like a 4-stack of cheese. But instead of having the cheese like melt off the edges and just burn off, you end up with like gooey cheese on top that when you smash the burger down into the bun, the cheese kind of oozes out, which is legit. Chisgule cooking channel when? I do really enjoy cooking. My wife really does not enjoy cooking. She likes baking, but she doesn't like cooking. She actually hates meal prep. And I really enjoy it, actually. I find it very satisfying. I actually find it to be one of the most satisfying feelings in the world when I like prep food and my kids eat and enjoy it. That's like peak life satisfaction is right there. Chiz already cussed on stream. Next, he's going to invite Gordon Ramsay. So the funny thing about Gordon Ramsay, did you guys see the most recent Mr. Beast vid? Did you guys see that? The $1 date versus the $500,000 date? That was a good vid, man. I enjoyed that. I mean, I think Nolan got kind of set up to fail, but, you know, whatever. That's like classic Mr. Beast friends are his props for the videos. But I mean, I think that's what they signed up for, you know? It's pros and cons. Nolan was not set up for success. That's all I'm going to say about that. Nolan got Riz for real. Here's what Nolan needed, okay? Are you ready? Do you want the real on what Nolan needed? Do you want the real on what Nolan needed to have a meaningful conversation with this person? No? All right. No worries. Yes? Okay. So, I think it was a Harvard psychologist who came up with these 50 questions. I'd have to Google it. It's 50 questions for deep rapport. And if you ask these 50 questions or some combination of them, you're basically like guaranteed to feel a deeper connection with someone because you actually have like meaningfully gotten to know them. We can pull it up and try to... We can pull up the questions and talk about some of them. Nolan literally asked how the weather was outside. Yeah. Imagine you're sitting down with a superstar and you ask about the weather. God dang. I mean, I think there's a very high chance that was like... that Nolan was intentionally being a little bit awkward there. Because I do think the entire Mr. Beast team, they're all goats, man. Right? They're all goats. So I think there's a non-zero chance that Nolan was just kind of hamming it up. Crumbling under pressure. You know, I'm going to give him credit, and I think he's probably just hamming it up, man. I think he's probably just hamming it up. All right, go home, cavalry. 50 questions for deep. These are, no, 50 fun relationship building questions. I'm not looking for some stupid quiz BS. Let me add Harvard. Harvard research shows, okay, research from Harvard shows that people love talking about themselves because it fires up motivation and reward circuitry in the brain. So by asking strangers and acquaintances plenty of questions about themselves, they'll likely leave the interaction feeling positive and looking forward to the next chat with you. So here are some of the sorts of questions you ask. What's the best trip you've ever been on and why? If you had to give a 5-minute presentation on any topic, what would it be? What book had the most impact on you? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? How would you spend your perfect day? What did you want to be when you grew up? What is a personal project or goal you're working toward right now? What's something about you that would surprise others? I swear to you, if Nolan asked some of those questions, brother would have been cooking. These are like English class prompts, Lamau. Who knew English class could teach you something so valuable? Who knew? What's your favorite season? What was your first job? Now, if you want to go deeper, though, what's the most challenging thing you've overcome in your life? Okay, that's too deep. Hey, yo. What's the best piece of advice you ever received? Ooh, chat, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Actually asking. Chat, what is the best piece of advice you have ever received? Holy cow! What is this report? Oh my god. Don't eat yellow snow. Don't focus on no girl. Bro, chat, are you good? Chat, are you good? What's going on here? I just asked you for your best advice. Assuredly, you got something else going on here. Measure twice, cut once. Chat is heartbroken. Don't spend your life savings on rock? Bro, don't sniff the white powder. Do you put the milk in or the cereal first? I put the milk in. I'm a goddamn lunatic. Do you guys like, oh my god, chat. Do you guys need me to drop some wisdom here? Insanity. Oscar, this is insanity. This is the best you guys have? All right. Chat, do you want the advice or would it be too preachy? What do you want? Know your laws genuinely. Take your vacation days. Family cannot be replaced. Give the advice. Anyone who tells you, if you're a 20-year-old, that you should go for work-life balance is a complete idiot and should not be trusted. If you're in your 20s, you should be working it up, not living it up. I think it's Alex Hormozy who said this, and he's my guru of the moment, it would seem. But the dude is a genius. But you're more likely to regret living it up in your 20s than you will working it up in your 20s. When you're in your 20s, you don't actually have any skills of value to offer. But what you have is time and energy. So you need to convert time and energy into skills. And how do you do that? By working your ass off at a job where you learn something valuable. The other piece of advice I'll give you comes from Apple CEO Tim Cook. And I freaking love this, okay? Life advice with Chisgule. Do you know what is a bunch of bullshit? It drives me insane. I hate this bullshit, man. I hate this bullshit. People say that if you do something you love, you never work a day in your life. Do you think that's true or not true? What do you think, chat? If you do work you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's cap? Absolute bullshit. Dude, my generation got fed so much bullshit, it's insane. It's actually insane. Absolute cap. Not true. Yeah, complete bullshit. So what Tim Cook said in a letter to, I guess a memo, to his employees, CEO of Apple, and I'm paraphrasing, but he said something to the effect of, everybody told me that when you do work you love, you never work a day in your life. That's not true. You'll work harder than you've ever worked before, but the tools will feel light in your hands. You'll work harder than you've ever worked before, but the tools will feel light in your hands. Tim really did cook. Hey, yo! For sure. Tim really did cook. Not true. Well, maybe if you're into construction, they'll still feel pretty heavy. I don't know. But I think it's very true. If you're doing work you love, you'll work your ass off, but the metaphor of the tools feeling light in your hands, that's a good one. Really makes sense when you think about it. Chisgule philosophy before GTA 6. The thing is that these are not my ideas, but like, they don't need to be my ideas to be good ideas. You know what I mean? Am I a millennial? Yes, I am a millennial. Technically speaking, I am a millennial. He's got 2 million gold, chat. Is that enough wisdom for one day, chat, or do you need more? You want more wisdom, or are we chilling? That's so old. I'm older than time, bro. That's enough wisdom. So here's the last piece of wisdom I'll give. Okay? But give more, uncle. Okay. How do you measure intelligence? What is the actual measure of someone's intelligence? Chat. Is it how much they know? Ability to learn something new. What does it mean to have learned something new? What does it actually mean to have learned something new? Drazy's on the path here. Their behavior. What about their behavior? What about their behavior? The standard response should be IQ. Having common sense. Oscar says actions. Thread the needle from start to finish. You're right there. There are multiple kinds of intelligence. Oh, I mean, that's true. What's intelligence? Never heard of it. You won't find any of that intelligence stuff around these parts. So intelligence, once again, citing Alex Hormozy here, is not what you know, but your ability to be exposed to something new and actually make the change. How many people do you know? In fact, let me say it like this. Do you know someone who has read a self-help book but doesn't do any of the things that are in the book? You guys know someone who's read a self-help book and they never did any of the stuff from the book? They know they should, but they haven't ever done it. Obi-Wan, of course I know his name. Yes, intelligence is the ability to actually apply the things that you know you should be doing. Right? So like technically, let me tell you why I'm an idiot, all right? Why I have not displayed intelligence. Chat will love this. Chat loves when a streamer is self-deprecating. So at the start of this KVK, I observed a lot of negativity around the 2v7 nature of the KVK. I learned that I should not talk about it because no one will be happy if I do. And I'm an idiot because I've kept talking about it. Intelligence would have been observing the effect and actually acting differently. That's crazy. I know. I can turn off markers if that would help. I'm definitely the one streaming with markers on. Here, they're off now. You kept talking about it for views, views, views. You're... Oh, sorry. I'll mute. You're right, Lucifer. I did it all for views. It was all a part of my evil plan. It was all a part of my evil plan. Go to motivational quotes. Best motivational quotes of all time. Ooh, YouTube finished that one for me. Ooh, for success. Wow, YouTube autocomplete is freaking cooking. Success is not final. Failure is not final. It's the courage to continue that counts. That's Winston Churchill. All right, chat, we're going to play fact or cap. Fact or cap. For each one of these, you either say fact or cap. Which is it? Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. Fact or cap. Churchill's the GOAT. Fact, 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 fact. Failure is fatal. Guess it depends on what kind of failure. Fact, fact, cap, cap, fact, fact, cap. I think we're mostly fact. Let me give you an alternate quote of the same thing, if you prefer boxing. You ready? An alternate approach to the same thing. I think, yes, this is Rocky Balboa. You ready? The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a mean and nasty place, and it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Zone 5, I'm babysitting a flag at the moment. Now we read Stallone quotes. A great philosopher. W motivational speech. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you are because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and they ain't you. You're better than that. God damn. All right. Next motivational quote, fact or cap. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Ooh, George Washington. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Fact or cap? Where are you getting these W quotes? I said best motivational quotes, and then YouTube auto-completed of all time, and then I let it auto-complete again for success. Most of chat is saying fact. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Can you give me an example of where that is not true? Where is that not true? One example where that's not true. The greater or harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. What the heck's a Gen Alpha? Gen Alpha? Oh, you're young. You are so young. 2010 to 2025? Welcome to the Bald Ghoul live stream. For us old farts over here. Chat says World Wars. Ooh. You're Gen Z, Lamau, still pretty young. Gen Z is born... Oh, God, I gotta pay attention. Born between 19... They're gonna drop another flag. Oh, my God. Chat, they are gonna drop another flag. 1997 to 2012 is Gen Z. All right, next quote, Benjamin Franklin. The energy and persistence conquer all things. What do you think, chat? Energy and persistence conquers all things. Fact or cap? I'm going to go with cap on that, brother. I'm going to go with cap. I'm capping on this one. Some things are just plain impossible. Yeah, I'm going to cap all over this one. Ain't no way. Did they drop another flag? Not yet. Now, what I will say that I think is true about this quote is that I do think there's a tremendous amount of value to persistence. Like, I am not the best. I said this in another live stream. I am not the best live streamer in the world. I'm not the best content creator in the world. But here I am making videos full-time on YouTube about games, which is arguably like one of the most coveted jobs around, right? It is. Being a gaming YouTuber. It's not because I'm some genius. It's because I'm consistent. And you're going to be hard pressed to find someone who's as consistent as I am. I'm cooked. I know how sus this sounds, but this ball is so squishy. Yeah, I think we're defending like 5 or 6 fronts at the same time. I think it's a disservice to balls to call what we're doing here a ball. You do this full time? You make a living from this? I do. I do this full time. I didn't used to. I used to work in tech. I've worked at tech startups. And I'm so cooked here. Oh, now I'm really cooked. Overstayed my welcome. Anyways, I worked in tech and product management, digital products, websites, mobile apps, that kind of stuff. For a time, I had a hardware product. Kind of neat. Anyways, on the side, I built up a YouTube channel, which is where we all are now, right here on the YouTube channel. Why did you quit that? I quit that because as a content creator, the tools feel lighter in my hands. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've been gaming my whole life. I've been gaming my whole life, man. And the ability to combine gaming plus mentoring was such a W for me. Which is basically what this YouTube channel is. Like, it's like a blend of gaming plus mentoring. When I was in college, I studied engineering, okay? And I had the opportunity to meet with the dean of the college. And I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. I was in engineering because it's a good degree, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, okay? And I've told the story before, but I sit down with the dean of the college and we talk for a while and I say, man, you know, I really like kind of like what you're doing right now, referring to how like she was coaching and guiding me. And the funny thing is that instead of walking away from that conversation and learning that like all you have to do is get good at literally anything and then you can coach and teach people about that thing, what she said to me was, well, if you want to do what I'm doing, you got to get a PhD in chemistry, which is what she did. And you got to get a master's degree before that. You got to do all this bullshit that I wasn't interested in. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not interested in this as a pathway for my career. So the funny thing is that the answer was like in front of me all along. Right? Like, learn and get good at literally anything. And then teach that thing. And YouTube is an incredible platform for that because for every activity, there's always people who will take it way too seriously. And YouTube just connects you with those people who take things way too seriously, right? For every activity, I learned this from my childhood best friend's father. For every activity, there's always a group of people who will take that activity too seriously. No lies. No lies, right? So the story that my childhood best friend's father used to tell is that apparently there are people, of course, who repair railways, okay? But they had special cars that you use to go and do that. And they would have these get-togethers of people who have these cars. And they'd like go down, I don't know, forbidden railways or whatever and like meet up and have parties. Right? And that was the story he'd tell to illustrate that like for every activity, there's always a group of people that take it too seriously. Anyways. Do you know your average trade ratio? I actually don't. I mean, looks like it's pretty shitty, truth be told. On average, I'm probably trading somewhere between 1.5 and 2 to 1 positive. On average, though. Sargon is good for basically nothing at this point, so no reason to work on Sargon. Chat's asking if Sargon is good for rallies. Chat, is Sargon good for anything? Yes or no? Is Sargon good for literally anything now? Yeah, nothing. Literal no reason to have him in your collection. Good to collect dust. Okay. Well, good for something, I guess. I do think that the developers are going to add some sort of damage over time formation with the new Archer cycle. That was my prediction like a month ago. And I think it's going to be very powerful. I did use Sargon for a time to swarm garrisons. He was very good for that. Jalax! God damn, that's an old school governor right there. Yeah, I could look at my before Zig results. That's true. So before Zig, 471 to 300. So like 1.5 to 1. They're gonna build a flag. They're gonna build a flag. There it is. I'm sure you guys saw this, but flag down on the left side. Former marker 12. I don't know what's marker 12 these days. Man, 2v7 KVK just makes me want to scream. The problem with 2v7 is, look at all this walking simulator stuff, you know? Like, it drives me insane. Forrest Gump? I swear, bro. Right? Like this is just walking simulator back and forth. So it's like I either play like, oh, I just gotta run like a little SOB. Oh, it just drives me nuts, man. Like, just fight! I just am so tired of running around. Oh my god, these range units, bro. $960 glaze goes wild. Yeah. I don't care what 960 would do in this situation. They're not here, man. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, man. Like, I have an absolutely stacked account with Max Tech, and I am getting so shit on. It's insane. This is the 2v7 thing. You just... That's what it is, man. And I'm tanking. Let me get this rune. I did heal my hospital, right? Yes. Chiss is tilted a little? Bro, Chiss is tilted a lot. I am tilted a lot. Not just a little. Why are you so low on gems? I spent them all, man. Okay. If we can hold on to the Herons, we end up getting more rewards. That is true. That is actually unironically true, although the Zig is the better reward. Oh, imagine if I actually brought that out of my city. Holy. What was that, Belly Huo? That was a barb march. Can we take the Zig? I don't think so, man. Ugh, we're gonna have to burn this a bunch of times now. Okay. Build on the other side? Are they building, or are you saying we should build? Bro, how the hell is my one march already dead? That's such BS, man. Jesus. All right, we get the burn on this. What are your chances of taking the Zig? I mean, I think we could take the Zig if these guys are complete idiots, but I think it's unlikely. When does this KVK end? Not soon enough. I'm so ready to be done. God, we have 10 more days of this, chat. 10 more days. And then I get to fight 960.
Yeah, I'm lost and numb, cold to the touch. I pretend like I don't.
No sleep for you? It would seem that way.
When I close my eyes, yeah, I still see your face.
Just Diplo this KVK out. I mean, the best Diplo deal you could possibly get is that you all stop and we don't take Kingsland. That's the best you could get. And I don't think 2377 would even agree to that, truth be told. There's a 0% chance 2377 is going to Diplo. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Can someone please explain what's going on? You're new to the game. Oh boy. We're fighting in KVK. In KVK, you battle over territory. Typically, players consider matchmaking to have ended up in a way that was fair. Not the case in this KVK. So we're fighting 2v7. It's impossible odds. And for weeks we've done the impossible, but we are not winning the center objective, but we are winning other objectives. And that's kind of where we're at. Leaving this KVK with 2 Z5s and a Z6 would still be funny against 3 camps. It would be an insane accomplishment if we can pull that off, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pale gray, all dust and fade. When I call for you, all I hear back is pain. Every song must end, even diamonds fade. When the darkness comes, I count up my mistakes.
Surely you can zero their speeds and resources? I mean, maybe. Maybe. But like, you know, often in trades, I'm getting kind of shit on, so... Right? Like, often in trades, I'm getting completely shit on. It doesn't matter that I spent all this money. In fact, in spite of all the spending I did, this is my situation, you know? There's nothing you can't spend your way out of 2v7, really, I think. Unless you're spending millions. We do have Wildline and Mr. Hope. The new matchmaking change will be good, you think? I think it's critical for the game to make matchmaking good. At the end of the day, it's just a numbers game. Truer words have never been spoken. How much power have you dropped so far? 65 million. Almost 30 billion resources spent. That's honestly pretty low. $894 million kingdom deaths.
When you walk my way, I can barely breathe. Worlds collide, but it always seems
You are getting 60,000 gems from the LK tier event.
I keep on
Does that even exist for us? I don't think it's here yet. Is it?
I keep on
Where would that show up? I don't think we even get it, man. Do we? Nope, you guys don't have it. Absolutely freaking cooked, bro. Oh my god. Yup, cooked. You were the last rotation to not have it. Freaking cooked. You guys see them grouping up at the WW2 pass, the rightmost 08 pass? I don't know. I don't have markers. 4. This, what's up, dude? Bro, that's actually hilarious. He's probably, yeah, I knew he was. Hope is just being nice. But all these other guys, Ripperoo. I don't know why I'm doing well in Canyon. I really shouldn't be. Who's number one? GG. Say my name! That's crazy, man. Bro, today is, freaking Sunday, isn't it? I gotta spend my 12 plus tickets over here. Ugh. Why I saved them all for the last day? I should stop doing that. Hope is so nice. Dude is the GOAT, man. Dude is the GOAT. Just gotta make sure I'm not getting attacked. Okay, that's interesting. It gets rid of my groupings, I think, when I enter into that. That's weird. Have you decided to make a video on your Canyon lineup? I'm so interested in what your thought process is. Okay, chat, do you want another Canyon video from me? Yes or no? You want another Canyon video from Chisgule for what I'm using? No. Nah. I think there's a lot of people that really don't care about Canyon. Have you made one before? Yeah, I've made Canyon videos before. Wait, do you guys like Canyon? Do you like Canyon? I really want to know. Please answer. Do you like Canyon? This lineup he has is really weird, as I recall. It's really good and hard to beat. I'm gonna lose like 30 points and throw my phone through the wall. I'm about to throw my phone through the wall. Y'all are psychos. He uses Ragnar. Oh my god, he just shredded me like paper. Uses Ragnar with Constantine. I'm cooked. I'm actually effed. I'm gonna lose 30 points. Time to just end stream. Just uninstall the game. Throw your phone. I 100% lose this. Oh my god. Bro. Could I have just beat him the regular way? Okay, wait, I'm gonna add another poll. Do you how do you feel about Canyon? Love it. Very fun. Or I mostly just play it it's fine, play it for rewards, or I don't like it, but play for rewards, or this makes me dislike the game. All right. So if you are in the I don't like it but play for rewards camp, or you're in the this makes me dislike the game because of Canyon, can you share what specifically you don't like about Canyon? I'm just curious. What specifically do you not like about Canyon as a game mode? It doesn't matter unless your account is old or you spent a ton. No strategic depth. I definitely disagree on that front, but I appreciate that people still feel that way. Feels like a chore. You don't like how you feel like you have to push or you miss out? Feels like a waste of time and the same people win every week? It doesn't reflect your in-game power. For example, I lost every single Canyon match with my friend, but open field against him, I lost only one match. It's like WTF. It never changes. You just pick auto every day. You feel forced to do it. Okay, for those of you who like it, what do you like about it? It's just straight up gear and commanders, no fun. For those who like it, what do you like about it? Don't like doing it against your own team? It does create a serious amount of drama. Juice ain't worth the squeeze. Cons is I like the competition, I'm competitive. Basically just who spends more. You need useless commanders like Trajan and Shajar and Constantine. Free rewards, win or lose. You do get rewards, win or lose. What are my marches targeting? Like I click one thing and they just go somewhere else. Okay. Oh my god, how are we still here? Bro, this is insane. They outnumber us 1,000,000 and we're pushing them back. That's actually insane. This should not be possible. Like actually should not be possible. That's insane, bro. The fast refreshes helps. Dude, the problem is there's more resource nodes than teleport spaces. And they random ported all these cities in. They have, dude, between the resource nodes and their farms that are bubbled, they have more TPs than we do, man. It's crazy. All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to end the stream for now. I got to hit the head. I got to prep dinner a little bit. Although for the most part, it should be on autopilot. But I'm going to look in on it. You enjoyed the stream? Throw a like on here. Subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with either fighting or a video. We'll see. All right? Until next time. You have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.